So good everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jonathan Blackburn. I just want to make sure that everything that works. So welcome to this webinar today on how to present and sell your design projects remotely. So what we will be discussing today is, it's not an actual training on VORTEK Spaces, although I'll switch back and forth a little bit and show you some of the stuff within VORTEK Spaces. But the idea today is really help you try to create an exciting remote sales experience. So how, like, we know that with the world situation going on right now, and it's like that in every single countries right now. We're all confined. Some of the companies that where we work, like all the showrooms, most of the showrooms are closed actually at this moment. So most of the designers that we work with get to work from home a little bit. So we're all in different environments right now. We have to try figure our way around all those different ways of being able to still work and still be efficient while working from home. So today's webinar is really on helping you being able to present your projects with your customers while being remotely confined or in your office. So some of the topics we'll be discussing today will be the live online presentation. So that means remote sharing screens and presenting your own screen to your customer. Then we'll talk about sharing the pictures, like different ways of sharing just the regular pictures that you save with Spaces, and then how to share the videos, the YouTube accounts. I'll try to put some orders into all those different subjects. So hopefully you'll be able to learn a lot of things. So first thing on the subject is the live remote presentation. So, as salespeople, you really want to be in control of your sale from the beginning to the end of the process as much as possible. When you work remotely with your customer, the first thing and the only way you should present your projects would be with a live remote presentation. So what that means is that you use webcams, use camera, you do a phone call, you see the face of the person on the other side. It really allows you to respond to objections a lot better. And like I said, you're really controlling the sales process all the way to the end. So, you don't really want to just send pictures in an email, say, hey, Mr. Customer, take a look at those pictures whenever you have time, and maybe just on your phone where it's a very small screen or whatever. So with the live remote presentation, what will happen is that you will book ahead of time. Your customer will be ready. You will be expecting the presentation with you. So it kind of brings up the excitement level. So when we're doing sales, I guess we're working with excitement. We want to excite our customers. We want to get them to enjoy working with us. You want to make sure that they really trust and they have a good understanding that you understand what they wanted to have in their kitchen. So how do we do the screen presentations? There are different ways of doing screen sharing online. There are free ways. There's like Microsoft Teams, GoToMeetings. You can do it with Facebook Messenger, I guess, and things like that. The one I use personally is Zoom, and lately we've been hearing a lot about Zoom, and it seems that it kind of confirms why I picked this one probably like 4 years ago already. Basically, Zoom is the one that pretty sends the best quality image on the other side, so it doesn't compress as much of the image. When you're showing designs to a customer, you want to show and have as much good quality on the other side. So if the screen sharing software that you're using is reducing the number of pixels or the number of colors or whatever, maybe it will turn out a little bit differently on the other side. Then some of the stuff that we really advise on having is first, have a good webcam. Most laptops now will have built-in webcams that are just good enough. That's what I'm using right now for this webinar from my home office, I guess. So just this camera is good enough. You're not doing a TV show, so you're not like, you don't have to have a super setup for the cameras with all the lightings and all of that, but just make sure that they can see you in the screen. Then make sure that you have good sound quality, so you don't have to have most built-in microphones in the laptops are not really good. So you should probably get like a headset. Even most of the phone headsets, you can connect them on your computer. Otherwise, you can get pretty much any type of headsets and microphone that will be just a little bit better than the one that you have on your computer. You know, when you're talking with your customer, you don't want it to lag or anything. So that's why you also need to have really good and stable high-speed internet access, because you know you don't want your customer to miss words or miss some of the explanations that you're going to give and provide during the presentation. So I'll just have one sip of water. Then some tips for an effective online presentation. So those are just a couple of tips and tricks that for myself and presentations over the years. So just a couple of tricks that I found very important to be able to look more professional whenever you do your presentation. So first, be ready, you know, open your files, open your folders before the meeting. If you have, like, in most cases, you'll probably have maybe like PDFs with quotes and pricing, pictures, videos, all different types of things that you want to show your customer. So just make sure that you have all those folders, maybe everything in the same folder, so it's easy. You don't start looking around your computer while you're sharing your screen. Then after that, let your customer know ahead of the connection procedure. So that means you should maybe just give them a regular phone call, or maybe through an email. Just let them know exactly when it's going to be, if they need to download anything prior to the meeting. In most cases, for example, like Zoom, like most people that actually you're all using Zoom right now to be connected to this webinar. So you also, that it's pretty easy. You just click a link, downloads and install on your computer. So but you should still let your customer know exactly and double confirm the booking, just like it would be in a regular showroom environment. Then that's the biggest aspect of the online presentation. Ask for feedbacks, ask for questions. You know, you can see your customer, you can see their face, you can see the emotions, you can see if they look, you know, dazzled and bezeled because they don't understand exactly where you're going with that. So always ask, you know, whenever you show pictures, say, hey, you know, is this what you were looking for? Is that all right? Get them to agree. You know, that's basic sales techniques, but, you know, just get them to agree. Just get them to say yes throughout the process as well. Ask them a question, you know, is this what you wanted? Is this can we do something better or something like that? And then after that, on the webcam, you know, try to center the camera as much as possible and have a good view angle. Sometimes I have people that will be cut like from the top, or sometimes we just see like the bottom or something like that. I'm actually using a standing desk right now, so that's why I'm kind of moving a little bit around my camera. I hope it doesn't disturb too many people. I really like being standing. When I do my webinars and my online presentations like that, you know, talking while you're standing always feels a little bit better, because you get a better voice projection as well when you do that. Then another tip is take take screenshots and notes. So most of those online meeting sharing things, they will have options, so you can write right there on the screen. You can use like a pen and circle around stuff. So again, when you're discussing with the customer, instead of just explaining that you're looking something in the corner, just use that pen and circle the corner, so that you both exactly certain that you're talking about that same corner or the same thing inside the project. Sorry, I'm very thirsty today. And then the last tip that I would give is create a PowerPoint. You know, PowerPoint, like everybody that has the Office suite, or otherwise, like there are a bunch of free options even on Macs and with the Google suite as well. But making a PowerPoint just allows you to create a story around it. So, you know, at first, you don't have to spend hours creating a PowerPoint. You can just have one simple template. You put one big picture, maybe some description on the bottom. You can put some notes as well on what you want to discuss on each of the pictures. So when you're showing it with your customer, instead of just showing a bunch of random pictures, you're telling them a story about the project that they will be installing in their homes. So like that. So now, talking about the pictures, and you know, like now we'll be talking a bit about the pictures and the video sharings, but those steps should always come after the online meeting. You know, it should always start with a live meeting with your customer, being able to talk with them, to see their reactions and talk with them, and control the sales process, like I said before, and then sharing the pictures and the video. That's something that should come on the next step, a little bit later in the process. So with the pictures, what's nice is that you get really nice still views with spaces. If you take the pictures from the viewpoints, that means you can get as many pictures as you want pretty much instantly. So that's very easy to go and create those pictures. With the pictures, it's always good to have like a fixed flat angle so you can go and discuss like small details and things like that. While with the video, sometimes it's just a bit harder to freeze the video and take notes on things like that. So the photos are something that are really nice as well, and when you get to share them. Regarding the picture, as I said before, and I hope that everybody that is using Spaces today knows that every viewpoint that you put in your project, when you save the project, they will become pictures in the project. So that means you will have tons of pictures if you take tons of viewpoints for the video, but you don't have to share them all. Sometimes you'll take some viewpoints specifically for the video to go through or around an angle, around the island or something like that. But you don't need to share all of those different pictures, and so just do like they say, less is more. So just do like a best of, maybe like a top 5 or top 10 pictures that will really highlight your project and do that. And then after that, if you do the PowerPoint, like I said before, you can put some descriptions for each of the pictures and notes on what you want to ask and confirm with the customer when you go to that stage. So then after that, how do we share those pictures? So out of Spaces will save JPEG images, and those images will be we will be able to share them from Spaces. So we will be able to share them first. And I really repeat myself, but I really want to put an emphasis on that. Online meetings should always be the first step. So you can do a screen sharing, you can show the pictures live with the customer, you can discuss them as well with the customer. Then after that, you can use emails. The problem with emails is really the size of the files. So in most cases, you probably only can send maybe 2-3 pictures, or maybe you have to open it in a different picture edition software so you can reduce the size of the pictures to be able to send them. That's one way of doing it as well. I would say email is good if you just reduce the size a little bit and you can send maybe like 4 or 5 pictures. But again, when you send those pictures to your customer, you don't really want to reduce the size. You want your customer to experience the full quality of your rendering. And then there will be the cloud services. By cloud services, I mean Dropbox, iCloud, Google Drive, OneDrive, and things like that. So those different sharing cloud services, the way it works, they all work a little bit differently, but almost the same. So you have folders on your computer that you can go and share. Those folders, you will have sharing links that you can use and that you can share with your customers, so they have access to only one folder. Pretty much all of them, I use a lot Dropbox. It's very secure. You can give and remove access to specific folders. So in most cases, if you want to send them larger files, that's something that works great. There's also a website that is called WeTransfer. That's something else that is very nice whenever you need to send large size files. This one allows for up to 2 gigs for free. So you just go there, put the email address of whoever you want to send something to, and then you upload your files, and then it just sends the link to your customers so they can start downloading stuff on their computer. And then there's also Facebook, Instagrams, and all of those different things. You should always go and upload the pictures on Facebook. Try to animate a little bit more of that those social medias that you do there. So and on Facebook, something else that I have a couple of customers that are doing, and it seems to attract a lot of likes and reshare, is whenever you show, for example, the 3D rendering on one side, and you show the actual picture of the kitchen on the other side with the top of the same angle or something like that. So it's really impressive to know that for your future customer, when they see that on Facebook, they know that whenever they will go to your shop, they will get a rendering that will be really reflective of the end project that they will get at the end. So in this case, what I'll do, I'll just go and switch to my VORTEK Spaces screen there. So I hope that that's what you all see right now. So this is VORTEK Spaces. This is the same project that I've been using throughout this webinar. So when you want to see the pictures in spaces that have been saved with all the different viewpoints, you just go here in Gallery. So in Gallery, this is where I have those pictures. Those are JPEG files. In most cases, those files are kind of hidden inside your computer. So that's why if you want to save them and export them very easily, the way you can do that, you can use the pen here if you want to export more than one picture like that. So you can go and select, for example, this one and this one and this one. And then on the bottom of the screen here, there's a small button that says export selected files to a specified destination. So here, for example, I'll just send them into my picture folder on my computer and select the folder and like that. We'll talk about the videos just a bit later in this webinar, but basically when you want to do the same thing with the videos, you just go in and right click on the video and you can export it the same way. If you don't use the pen, you can also just right click on the file and go export and save it inside a folder like that. So what do we do after that? That means now that we have in a folder a couple of JPEGs of a project. If you want to upload that to Facebook, the way it works, and this is my fake Facebook account there. So I'll show you how to upload a picture. That's pretty easy. You know, you just go there on the top. Hopefully, pretty much everyone in this meeting has already uploaded the picture on Facebook once, if you do have an account. And even more than that, I hope that every business here has a Facebook account that you have that is professional, that has nice pictures, nice examples, nice descriptions of what you're doing as well. So what you want to do here is just put a description. So like this is winter house project that I'm proud of. And then here I'll just click on add a photo, and that's basically, again, you know, I will not come back to this for the video. So for the pictures, for the video, you just go and upload the video file or the pictures, and you can go and post it right there. So you see, oops, it's like the wrong picture that I selected. Like that. So now I just post it. So now after that, it's been published. You make sure that it's public on your Facebook page, especially that you know, like anybody can see the pictures. Like I say, if you do comparisons of before and after renderings compared to the real finished project, it's always something that will attract a lot of likes in the Facebook world. So coming back to the slides now, the next step is to talk about the videos. So first thing and foremost is that you do have an app that will create videos, and not a lot of your competitors will be able to create videos effectively and affordably as you can. So, you know, like that's a big difference that you have compared to most of your competitors in your all in your specific areas. So, you know, you should always do that. It's just one more click. You know, if you use the viewpoints to create the pictures, that means you just click one more time, and then you get those video recorded. Depending on the graphic card in your computer, again, it will be a couple minutes to maybe like 10 or 15 or even 20 minutes. But you know, if it guarantees that you'll get that sale after, maybe it's worth it. And especially now if you work from home, maybe you just start one before you go and you know, get the dinner ready, or homeschool a little bit of the kids while the video is recording. So it's not too bad. When you're sharing videos with the customer, what it brings, you know, it brings, that's something else that I mentioned before, but the emotions level will just go up one more notch. So you know, it's just like building stairs or ladders. So, you know, you just go up one more notch until the emotion level is there where the customer is ready to sign and agree on this project. So, you know, being able to see this project in moving motions like that through a video makes you, like, it looks even more real. It looks more natural. I have a question. What do you mean with a photo creating a video? Oh no, what I meant about like, I have a question about the photo and videos, but what I meant is that when you upload a video on Facebook, and I'll just come back to that a little bit later, but like you have the pictures and then the videos that or maybe the question, yeah, I understand that. The videos that you record in Spaces, they're being saved from those point views. So, you know, again, if I'll just go and show my VORTEK Spaces again. So you see, in a project, when I go and put my viewpoints in here, basically all of those viewpoints, when I save the project, they'll be converted into pictures. So when I go here in my gallery, all those different viewpoints are the one that have been saved from the viewpoints in my project. And then those same viewpoints, if I want to record a video walkthrough, I basically just click on record, and then the camera will just go back to the first viewpoint and we'll start recording my video. So that's something like that that will happen. So like I said, if you take the viewpoints for the pictures, then you already have the viewpoints for the video. Sometimes you just need to rearrange them a little bit just to make sure that the camera doesn't go through a wall or anything. But you know, it really makes a huge difference. And oops. Sorry about the music. I don't know if you could hear that, but yeah. So being able to show that in a video compared to just pictures makes a huge difference for your customer for the understanding of it. Also, when you create those videos, you know, any videos that you show your customers, you should see that as a trailer for a movie. So you know, like you should keep it very short, maximum 2 minutes, 1 minute and a half, preferably. So you know, when you do that, because if it's too long, then it's too long. Like the video is not really to go and analyze every single corners. It's really to have a really nice flowing view. You want to set the mood, and again, you know, like this is something that coming back to this view, for example, like when we talk about a project, you should always try to set a mood before. So, you know, like this one, for example, this is like a end of the afternoon, maybe. So like the sun is dimming a little bit. So that's why you have the lights in, you have the fireplace going in this room as well, which is very nice. But you have to set the mood before. So even before you start playing with the lights and all of that, you should really decide on what kind of mood you want to set to your project. Should it be a day scene? Should it be, you know, like an evening or a night scenes? So like depending on the mood that you'll pick, you start adjusting everything around it, following that same line of ideas, let's say. So, you know, sometimes I would like to do some types of day scenes where most of the sunlight just lights up my scene, so it's a little bit darker. Some other times I'll try to do a bit more evening scenes so I can have more of the effects of the lights and all of that. Whenever you do your projects, and this is something that I kind of repeat myself when I say that, but the secret of really nice renderings will be reflections and shadows. So reflections, that means in Spaces, everything that you can make shiny, you should make it shiny. So again, in what you see on that screen, you see that pot right there, just that part in the screen makes everything else around it look more real. Same thing with those lamps. Then like the emissive materials, for example, so all those different materials, like they make the project look real instantly. Then after that, shadows. So how do we get shadows? By adding a couple of lights. So again, you know, you don't need to put that many lights in a project. Most of the projects that I do personally, I will have less than 10 lights in the whole project, and I do not to brag myself, but I'm pretty good with the with the software. So like I said, you just have to think a little bit more on where the light's coming from and the type of mood that you want to do. Same thing, coming back to that mood thing, we have soundtrack options in Spaces. So when you record that video, you should use one of the soundtracks. So we have some of the soundtracks that will be a little bit more happy and giggly. And some of the soundtracks will be a little bit more smooth and ambient and trance and stuff like that. So there are not that many, but they're really nice loops. The soundtracks, maybe not during a live remote presentation, but when you watch it after, when your customer is going to watch it with their family, when they're going to send that video with other people, adds so much more to the experience of watching it. When it starts and you have that music playing, it automatically sets you into a different level of mood again, that will make you more inclined into buying the project. And then, you know, don't forget about the 360 videos. So, you know, in Spaces, I'll just show it again. You've got that recording button right there on the screen, and then the other one right underneath it is a 360. So what's the difference? The 360 compared to the regular videos, with 360 you have 6 cameras. So I can actually show you here on YouTube. I don't know exactly how that video will get to your side, but the idea with the 360 videos is that during the video, I'll be able to turn the view around. So, with that same project, so overall, we have a little bit less crispness or definition in the video because it's the same resolution, but stretched all over our position. But what's nice with that is that if I was to go and watch that same video with a tablet or a phone, I can just turn around and look in all the different directions. So it's kind of like the easiest way of offering like an immersive experience to your customers remotely, especially like pretty much everyone now has at least a smartphone if it's not a tablet, so you can do that, and that's something that looks actually very, very nice. So next step, video sharing. So when you create videos, there's a built-in upload to YouTube in Spaces. And why YouTube? Just because YouTube is the biggest video sharing platform in the world. A lot of people will forget that. A lot of people think it's just a place to go when you want to get your fix of cat videos every day. But it started as a video sharing platform. That's really what it's meant to be used to. When you share the videos with YouTube, some of the things that are kind of guaranteed is that your customer will be able to watch it. Pretty much everyone has access to a YouTube player somewhere. If it's not on their phone, it will be on their tablet or computer, Apple TV, Chromecast, or whatever. So with YouTube, it's very easy. Like I said, like the video, just like the pictures, you can also share them in cloud services and things like that. I'll mention that a little bit later as well. So what are the steps? First step, create your YouTube channel. So first mistake that a lot of people will do is that if you have a Gmail account, it doesn't mean that you have a YouTube account. It's two different things. So you really need to, like the Gmail account is what you need to go and access and view and watch videos. But the YouTube channel, this is where you post. It's like your own TV channel. So you need to go and create your one. When you create that channel, also something that I always like to give as an advice is that within YouTube, there's something called a business channel. So when you go and create your channel, you should go and create that business channel. And some of the advantages of creating that business channel is really that you can, after that, give access to a bunch of different people. So for example, and I'll show you here again, I've got my YouTube channel here. So this is the VORTEK channel. And right now, as you can see here on the top right, I'll make this a little bit bigger, but as you can see here on the top right, I'm connected with my own personal account. So when I go here in the VORTEK, if I go in videos, for example, I'll just see like all the public videos and all of that. But since we have a business account, what it allows us to do is that VORTEK can give me access. So when I go now in my account there, I can just go and switch account. And now I can be VORTEK, for example. So I can just go back to my account and the work account on the same computer. It's very easy. When you do that, one of the other advantage is that you can revoke the account. So if I was to quit the company and be very angry at everyone, someone would be able to just cut and revoke my access to your YouTube channel, so I don't go and like a bunch of weird videos or add them and mess with all the different playlists that we've been putting together. When you have that business account, you can also better manage a little bit some of the headers and the channel customization, some of the sponsoring and things like that. But I don't want to lie to anyone. When you put video of kitchens, you're not going to get millions of views, but maybe hundreds, and over the years it's going to be thousands. So it's all views that you would have just never gotten if you didn't have a video on YouTube before. So next. So then next step is to connect the YouTube channel in VORTEK Spaces. So when you're in the app, the first time when you go and to upload a video, it will ask you for signing in. So basically you just go there, you put your email address. Watch out, if you have a business channel, when you go there to load and sign in, you need to sign in using your personal account. And then in the next window, you put your personal password. And the next window will ask you which channel you want to connect to. So when I do it myself, I just use my personal email address. And then I get the option of either uploading videos on my personal channel or on the VORTEK Spaces channel. So when you do that, that's the only thing that you need to watch for. And even sometimes what's more confusing is that people create a business Gmail account and then they create a business YouTube channel. They both have the same name, so when you go to log in inside Spaces, sometimes it doesn't work on the first try. So normally what I'll tell people is just unlog and then log back in, but next time pick the second option. So when you have both the same name for the YouTube channel and the YouTube account, sometimes it can be confusing there. And then after that, you can upload the video. So from Spaces, all you have to do is you can go in the gallery once the video is recorded, right click and go upload on YouTube. I hate when that starts. And then here, that's where we have the upload to YouTube. So I'm not connected right now, but I'll show you in the webinar how it works after that. And then the next step, is to attract new business. So, like I said before, don't expect to have millions of views or become viral with a kitchen video. If you do, good job, and let me know, or maybe I'll know about it before. But yeah, so but every view counts. If you get 10, 20, 100 views for a video, it's always better than no view at all. And it also creates, you can start creating portfolios. So on YouTube, you should create, for example, playlist, and the types of playlists. I'm just giving ideas here, but you can create like a modern playlist and contemporary playlist and all different styles of playlists. So when your customer is looking to one style of kitchen, they can go there into one playlist and look at all the different videos that will be relevant to this. And even with the playlist on YouTube, you can have one video that will be showcased in a bunch of different playlists. So for example, the same video could be in the wood door playlist and could be in the traditional playlist as well at the same time. So it's something you can really use that and push your customers towards all of those informations. Then, same thing about Facebook, YouTube, and all of that. Just make sure that you have all of that information connected somewhere together, so that on your website you have links to the YouTube and Facebook pages and all of that. Once you have created the channel, keep the pace. Make sure that you upload new videos once in a while. It doesn't have to be every month, but make sure that you go back so people will enjoy, people will subscribe, and they will start watching your videos a lot more. And then the video upload. So what you see here in the middle of the screen, this is kind of the panel that you would see in Spaces when you're ready to upload the videos on YouTube. And then on the right, I've got the example of what a video uploaded on YouTube looks like. So because sometimes people, they don't know exactly what to put in there, so I just thought it would be an easy way to explain it like that. So first thing, the title. What's the title of the project? So first thing you should think of is that once you upload something on YouTube, it's not frozen. You can always go back, you can change it, you can change the titles, you can change the privacy, you can change all of that even after it's been uploaded. So that's a big thing. But for the title, I would say that if you share it only with one customer, maybe it's good to put the customer's name there. But if you want to use that video publicly and use it for future publicity, maybe just put a title or just name your project. Like this one is called Winter House. It just feels like it's more like a piece of art when you name a kitchen. Then the next step is description. So what should we put in the description? Maybe small description of the project, what it is, what it's made from, is it wood or laminate or melamine, things like that. You should absolutely say who you are, what you do, where you are, links to your website and emails and all of that. That's all the kind of things that you can put in that description. Typically what I do, for example, in most of our videos, we have the same description. So I just have one saved somewhere and just copy and paste it. Every time I'm going to upload a new video, sometimes I'll go and twist it or tweak it a little bit depending on what the video will be. But everything that you put in that description, in the title and all of that, that's all the stuff that Google will use to be able to find that video when people are looking for stuff. So make sure that you have everything that will be describing your video is right. And then the channel, some people will have multiple channels. Most people just one, like me. So I just always have the same channel. But if you have two channels, that's where you can pick it. Then the privacy levels. So regarding the privacy, the main reason why a lot of people don't want to upload videos on YouTube is because they think it's going to be a public video, but that's not exactly the way it works. So if you go on YouTube, all the videos that you'll end up seeing are public videos because that's what they were meant for. But when you upload your videos, you can upload them as private, unlisted, or public videos. So like I said, public, that's really what everybody can see. If I go on your channel and put Mr. Kitchen's Cabinets, and then I end up on your YouTube page, all the videos I'll see are the public ones. But then what are unlisted and private? So unlisted, that's what comes by default with Spaces. That's the one that we prefer. It's kind of half a security. But since you've already presented your project live with the online presentation, at this point, when you're going to share the kitchen to your customer, it's pretty much sold, or pretty much guaranteed that it's going to be sold. So what happens with the unlisted link is that if you send me that link, I'll be able to click it, whether it's on my phone or my tablet, computer again, and then I'll be able to watch that link. If I like it, I can also share it with my wife. I can share it with anyone. So anyone that has access to the link will be able to see that video. So it's not completely secure, but it's like a referral secure. So it's kind of word of mouth referrals on that sense. And like I said, any videos can be put back to private or public or switch after. So sometimes people will just leave it unlisted for a couple of days, then you can go back and make them private at this point. And then the most secure way of sharing the videos is the private videos. So with the private videos, the way it works is that only the person connected to the account will have access to those videos. So that means that I need to be connected to the VORTEK account to be able to see those videos. But there's also a feature, and I'll show you, I'll just switch to my YouTube page in 1 second to show you exactly, but there's something that they call share privately. So with the private videos, you can share them with only one person if you have their email address. So let me just switch back here to my YouTube page. So as I said, right now, if I'm connected with my personal account, when I go in the videos, I don't see all of the unlisted videos and things like that. But when I go now and logged into my VORTEK account, I can see all of my unlisted and private videos that I don't really want people to see. So, when people are asking where are all those unlisted videos, that's pretty much where you can find them. And then the place where you can manage all of those videos, you need to click here on YouTube Studio. So when you go on the YouTube Studio there, that's kind of the page where you can manage and see the channel analytics, how many views and all of that that you have, what's the best video performances and things like that. And then when I click on video here, that's why I have the list of all my different videos. So the first one here on top, you see that's a private video. So right now, even if I was sharing a link to you and you click on it, all you would see is just a black screen saying, sorry, this video is private. But when you go here and click on edit, and the reason I show it is because it's kind of hidden in there. So and then you see here where it says save, and then there are 3 dots. When you click on that, there's an option that says share privately. So when you do that, now it pops a different screen where I can just go and put on the email addresses of the people that I want to give access to this video. So that's actually something that I only discovered quite recently, and it's actually very nice because you can only give access to one person, and only that person will be able to see that video. Again, it's not the FBI. Like, people could create or give their passwords to somebody else and download and save videos and stuff like that. But since you've done most of the work with the online presentation, at this point, it's more like a gift that you'll give your customer once the project is signed, so they can show it to all of their friends, saying, look, this is what I'm going to get installed in a couple of weeks from now. So that, and then the tags. Yeah, so the tags here, that's something that nobody knows exactly what it is. It's used for referencing videos within YouTube. So in there, you can put kitchen designs, you can put stuff like that. And that's basically what YouTube uses to show you the up next videos. So you see here, like the up next, like this one, that's not even one of my video. But because of the tags that probably in my video, I probably tagged SketchUp, I probably tagged rendering and stuff like that. that's why it's going to show those types of videos. So tags are really made to try to group and gives families to the different types of videos and know your interest as well. So when someone watches a bunch of videos that will have the same tags, YouTube will try to propose them other videos that will have the same types of tags as well. Oh, so that's the slide that I thought I had deleted, where I have all of the information that I just gave 1 second ago. So now going back to Facebook, a couple of Facebook tips regarding the videos. So it's just as easy as uploading the picture when you want to upload the video on Facebook. So like I said, you just export it and upload it on Facebook. When you upload on Facebook, do not share the YouTube links because that's actually something Facebook and YouTube. It's Facebook against Google. They're not friends. So when you put just a YouTube link on Facebook, it will not play automatically. But if you upload that video on Facebook, then when you go down with your phone, the video will just start playing. So that's really the biggest difference when you do that. So when you upload that video on Facebook, you get a little bit more options as well than if you were sharing just a YouTube link on Facebook. The fact that it's going to play right there automatically in your feed on your phone, you'll get way more likes, way more interactions on your video as well. Something else that a lot of people don't know about, in Spaces, we have a square resolution when recording the videos, and people really don't know exactly what it is for, but it's for social media. So as you can see in this picture, the video that you see there, it's square. So, you know, if I was just to put a standard 16:9 video in there, it would probably just cover like half of that, or maybe 3/4 of that, and just put big black lines in there. So you know, that's kind of a, if I give you like a 10 by 10 billboard and you just decide to take one little part of that billboard and leave black space on top and bottom. So, you know, with the square videos, what happens is that you'll end up taking big square space inside that screen. In most cases with the square videos, and that depends on the phone size and all of that, that's obviously, but in most cases when you have that square video, you'll have enough space to see the description and also the company and all of that within that same screen. So that's what you see right there. And don't forget to use the 360 feature, you know, especially when you upload on Facebook and on YouTube, because those are supported natively by those applications. So, you know, for example, when you go down on Facebook, you'll be able to just go down the feed, and then at one point you see a video that when you turn your phone around, you can kind of look in different directions and all of that. So that makes it very nice. And again, the 360 videos, you'll get normally more likes and more interactions than regular videos, and then from pictures as well. Then I see here, I have another question. Also, someone's asking if you edit the 360 videos with a video editor, does it keep the same features? Basically, a 360 video, what it is, it's a square video that is kind of all deformed and everything. So yes, you could edit it. It's just in a matter of when you save that file. Basically, like the file has to have some line in the file information that says it's a 360, but in most cases you should be able to edit a 360 video. Then I have another question: how do you record the square video? So yeah, like how do we? Sorry, I lost the question. Yeah, so the square video. Yeah, sorry about that. When you're in Visit, you go here in the resolution, and in there you've got 720p, 1080p, and then you've got the square. If you don't see square there, just let me know, and then I'll make sure it makes it to the next build. But I'm pretty sure it's been released already, but maybe I'm talking through threw my hat on that, but yeah, I believe it's released. But if you don't see it, just let me know, and you'll see it probably within the next week with the next release. Because like I said, I do have it. So sometimes I get confused a little bit on the features that are installed on my version, because I'm always testing a couple of versions ahead. And then I had one more question here. The question is, when moving around in spaces, what hotkey can you use to rotate a scene? Oh, actually, yeah. So there's a shortcut. It has nothing to do with this webinar, I guess, but I'll answer it still. When you use that wheel on the keyboard, if you click and hold the wheel, there's an orbit function. So that's a feature that was added probably last year or something like that, but probably after most of the webinars that have been recorded already. So most people that had training prior to the release of that feature probably didn't know about this. And with the orbit, it's really nice because it's easy to turn around an object and all of that. So coming back to the slides here, this is almost the last one. The VORTEK custom branding. So that's an option. The VORTEK custom branding. Today's webinar is not really about selling stuff, but I really need to talk about the branding, because that's an option that will replace the VORTEK Spaces logo at the beginning and end of all of your videos. It's a one-time fee. It also adds a watermark on the bottom of all the pictures that you take. And you save with the app. It also adds the same watermark in all of the videos. And as you can see, there are a couple of examples, but we have probably over like 30 different templates that you can pick from, different types of animations that you can pick. Each of those animations will have unlimited options on the color of the background and all of that. And if those 30 are not enough, you just let me know, and we have access to thousands more. But we only made like a slimmer selection with the type of introduction that we think that people will like and enjoy as well. And then yeah, and like I said, it's a one-time fee, so you just pay like it's $7.50 one time. Once you have that, it takes a couple of days to have it installed, and once you have the branding, everything that you'll be sharing on YouTube, Facebook, and all of that will be branded with your name. I have to say that most of the customers that I see sharing online, that I see on Facebook and all of that, are the ones that have the custom branding. Once you have that, you really want to share it, and then when people are starting to reshare those videos, you know that they are being branded to your name and all of that. So if you have any questions about the custom branding, you can contact me and about that, and I can send you. We've got links with a little bit more information on that. So thank you very much for your time today. This is the last slide. So stay safe, everyone. If you have any questions, that's my email address. If you want to ask me any questions, I'm home right now all the time, so I've got plenty of time to answer my emails. You can give me calls as well on all of that. I hope that you learned something, that it was informative for you guys, and yeah, stay safe.